Tell me, do you struggle with low conversion rates on your sales page? Maybe you get a lot of traffic flowing into the site, but very few click the buy button. If you examine your traffic logs closely, you might even notice that your prospects are starting the purchase process, but then abandoning the order form. You might also see prospects bookmarking your sales page, but they don't ever come back and buy your product. It seems like there's a lot of interest in your offer, so the question is, why aren't these people buying? Let me tell you the problem. Your prospects don't have any reason to buy right now. You see, a lot of prospects figure they'll sleep on it and decide tomorrow whether to buy a product. You've probably done the same thing, and I'm betting there are plenty of instances where you never did go back and buy the product. The same thing happens with your prospects. Another thing prospects do is bookmark the page and tell themselves they'll come back later. So what happens? Life happens. Seriously, your prospect has 1,000,001 distractions. The boss is breathing down their neck all day, the car gets a flat tire on the way home, their spouse wants something the minute they walk in the door, the kids are climbing up the walls, and the dog wants a walk. Okay? The cat just threw up on the floor, and on and on and on. So guess what? Buying your product suddenly fell way down your prospect's to-do list, someplace between putting out the garbage to sorting out the details for next year's summer vacation. The point is, it ain't gonna happen, but there's some good news in all of this. There is a solution. All you need to do is make sure your prospects buy your product before they leave the sales page. No more prospects setting your page aside for later, no more abandoned order forms, and no more embarrassing conversion rates. Because now you're going to use the equivalent of an electric cattle prod to herd your prospects to the order button and get them to buy right now. And that means you're going to start enjoying higher conversion rates than you've ever seen before. So what's the secret? It's fear. That's right, fear. Look, you already know that your prospects buy based on emotion and then justify their purchase with logic. That's why you need to whip your prospects into an emotional frenzy if you want them hitting your buy button. But if you really want to spike your conversion rates, then you need to give your prospects a shot of fear. I'm talking a fear that gets their heart pounding, their palms sweating, and their knees knocking together. If they leave your order page even for a moment, they'll come rushing back because they can't get your offer off of their mind. They're scared. They're afraid of missing out big time on something. They'll suddenly feel like they're being squeezed in a vice, and the only way to ease their pain is going to be to buy your product. That's the power of instilling fear, which is one of the most powerful motivators. Just think about it. It works on kids. Just tell them they'll lose their Xbox and phone privileges if they don't straighten up. It works on employees who get to work on time because they're afraid of getting fired. It works on people who completely change their life after a major health scare because they're afraid of having a heart attack. And you know what? Instilling fear works like crazy on your prospects too. If you think back, you'll see it's so powerful it even works on you. No human is immune to it. For example, you got to a car lot and you fell in love with a car. There's only one exactly like it on the whole lot. There's another person hovering around, looking in the windows, asking the dealer about a test drive. Would you hem and haw and go home and sleep on it? No, of course not. If you had truly fallen in love with that car, you'd buy it right now before that other person did. And that's the power of scarcity and fear. Let me give you another example. Your grocery store sends you some crazy good deal, like buy one juicy T-bone steak and get a second one free. The sale ends today. So what are you going to do? If you're like me and you love steak, you're going to hightail it down to the grocery store because you are afraid of missing out on a good deal. You see, fear works. But there's a problem here. If you're selling digital goods like ebooks, you can't very well instill fear by telling your prospects there's only a limited number available. That's ridiculous, right? Everyone knows ebooks are unlimited. Just try telling your prospects that you have only 500 copies of your ebook available, and you'll lose your good business reputation faster than a frat party drains a keg. Okay? So scratch that idea. But you can still whip up your conversion rates by slashing prices for a limited time and getting your prospects afraid of missing out on a killer deal, right? Well, kind of, but there's a big problem with that too. I mean, what are you going to do? Run a new sale every single week? Because you and I both know that the minute your product goes back to the regular price, your conversions are going to drop faster than a lead balloon. Point is, either running constant sales or taking your product off the market hurts your long-term profits. Sure, the scarcity of a killer deal scares the bediddles out of your prospects and sends them scurrying to your order button, but it's a short-lived effect. That's no good. Listen, fear works. And there is a way to use it with ebooks, digital goods, and pretty much everything else that gets even lukewarm prospects cracking open their wallets and eagerly buying your products. And that's exactly what you'll discover in this video training course. You'll find out how to use scarcity and fear to grab fast and easy profits with this potent subliminal trigger system. In other words, you'll discover the truth about how to use scarcity and fear the right way to turn more browsers into buyers. And that means more cash in the bank starting as soon as today. This powerful strategy also puts more customers on your buyers list, which increases your back-end profits to never-before-seen levels. And what's more, a higher conversion rate makes your offer more attractive to super affiliates. And in turn, more affiliates means more sales and more money for you. Point is, if you want better conversion rates, more customers, and more money, then you need to discover these proven subliminal triggers for yourself. And I'm going to lay out the whole strategy for the first time inside this course. First off, you'll discover the 4 surefire ways to use fear when you're selling ebooks, software, and other digital goods. You'll learn about a little-known trick called visual scarcity that you can use to double your conversion rate. No kidding. You'll discover a fear tactic that works so well, your prospects won't be able to sleep at night until they buy your product. You'll find out the magic words to put right next to your order button to turn your prospects into cash-paying customers right away. You'll discover a secret key to using scarcity to boost sales in the most powerful way possible, even if you're selling ebooks. You'll find out how to use the Apple effect to pit your prospects against one another until every single one of them is scrambling to buy your product. You'll also discover the 4 little-known keys to supercharging your scarcity strategy so you can enjoy more sales, more customers, and more money. Look, you have a choice right now. You can continue to struggle with poor and even embarrassing conversion rates, and you can feel that sense of despair when you look at your traffic logs and wonder why no one is buying. Or you can take action and choose to do something about it today by discovering how to turn more of your prospects into cash-paying customers. And you do that easily by grabbing this video course right now by clicking the order button below. Order now and you too can get more sales, that impressive conversion rate, more money, more affiliate partners, and the respect you deserve from your friends, family, and colleagues. So, click the order button now to get started and get the great results you've already worked so hard to achieve.